Hi, I'm going to answer the concern, is a vegan diet healthy and do we actually live longer on average? And cite many unbiased sources. First, the American Heart Association. Heart disease is currently the leading killer in America, and our diet is a big contributor to that. And they endorse a vegetarian diet, especially concerning cholesterols. My father was only 42 years old and had triple bypass surgery. Look that up, it's horrible. They take the veins out of your legs, plug them into your heart. At just 42, and he was very thin and in great shape as a mailman and former military. So the American Heart Association endorses it. Now, do we live longer on average? You can look up for yourself. There's been studies on Seventh-day Adventists, Buddhists, Rastafarians, Hare Krishna, since they're the longest large group of vegetarians. And it's been found through a study of over 70,000 that we do live longer on average. I'm not saying that a small amount of animal products, especially beef without growth hormones and such, which is usually more natural, is going to kill you in moderation. Of course, it's not good for the animal's health. My point is to prove that it is completely unnecessary to be healthy. So you can read this study for yourself by searching for it, but we do live longer on average. And I'm not just talking on average. You could die, as my father almost did when he had his heart attack, at age 42. So it's not saying, oh, I'll just live a couple more years on at the end of my life. Well, I don't want to live to 100. Well, you might, I mean, obviously there's no guarantees in life, but you might die well short of that. So it's not always just, a couple years at the end, a couple bad years. And you may extend your good years too, if you want to see your grandkids or whatever. Here's another study from the Dietitians of Australia. They endorse it as long as you plan it properly. They're perfectly fine with it. This is a large panel of dietitians. The American Dietitian Association endorses it. And again, you can read these articles on your own or do your own research. There's plenty of information out there, and these are good sources. I'm going to give you another source, veganhealth.org. He breaks everything down. He became a registered dietitian just to see if it was possible, because obviously if it's not healthy, it's not possible, and there's no point in pursuing it. Then just focus on the welfare of animals and maybe reduction of animal products, especially smaller birds and pigs, which are abused most in factory farms. Look up meatvideo.com on factory farms. So he breaks everything down, tries to be as unbiased as possible, just lists sources of everything, doesn't make extreme claims. You're concerned about B12, he puts the sources, fortified foods, protein, plenty of vegan sources of protein, not an issue. Veganbodybuilding.com has tons of athletes, there's tons of pros in all sports who are vegan. From NFL, NBA, natural bodybuilders, UFC fighters, Olympians, some of the best ever. So, as you can see, lists all the sources. Veganhealth.org, registered dietitians. There's plenty of more. Look up your own sources. My whole point is to prove it is completely unnecessary. Yes, eating a little bit of grass-fed, free-range beef is not going to harm you in moderation, but it is completely unnecessary. At the very least, cut back on animal products, please, especially small, most abused birds, pigs, and even fish, eggs, and dairy, which are very cruel, especially eggs, and the birds. So again, completely unnecessary. Veganbodybuilding.com, veganhealth.org by dietitians, PCRM.org by a panel of doctors, and cancerproject.org to reduce your chances as well. It's also by this group of doctors who are for a vegan diet or vegetarian diet. A lot of articles with mostly quality sources. So either do your own research your own information. Again, study of over 70,000, which is a large sample of Seventh-day Adventists. Buddhist Rastafarians, Hare Krishna as well, have done studies, because their largest group of vegetarians has found that we live longer on average. Meetvideo.com on factory farms. Check it out.